What up, what up, what up, good folks out there in the world. But, yeah, it's Jennifer. Coming back to you with another video. Now, this video right here, the name of the video is Why. Now, not why am I doing this, not what my why is, it's just why. And the question of why should always be in back memory. You know, why do things have to be so hard? Why do everything have to be so difficult? And these are questions that I've asked myself. And I'm motivating myself. I have all the tools, I have the knowledge, and I even have the community of like-minded individuals that I work with and that I can reach out to. But still, it's hard. It's hard to keep that motivation going. Especially when you don't have that support system in the flesh, in your face. You have to push yourself. You have to strive yourself. You have to be self-motivated. You have to want it so bad that you can taste it. You know, you have to have that mindset. Now, don't get me wrong. Yet again, it still is a process. And I think my biggest issue for me is not that I'm procrastinating. No, it's not that I procrastinate, because I get it done. I do what I'm supposed to do. I'm just not seeing results as fast as I want to. And so it put me in the mind of this study I watched. Was brought to my attention. How, I cannot remember, but it was probably just something that I needed to hear and needed to know to put things in perspective for me. Alright, so with that being said, the study was kids. They were put in a room. And these kids that was put in the room were told not to eat, say, a piece of candy, for instance, until the individual that gave them that candy came back into the room. And some kids went right for it, didn't wait. Some waited a little while, but it was too long of a wait, so they ended up going ahead and eating the candy. For those that did not eat the candy, they got not just one piece, but a whole lot of candy for waiting. And basically what that is that instant gratification. We're used to getting that instant gratification. We're used to getting things fast. You want something online and you want a rush delivery, you can pay that extra money to get it rushed to you. But I'm not saying that that's wrong to want things that you done purchased in a short time span. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you're going through the process of learning and you're going through the process of changing habits and changing mentalities and just changing, period, it's going to be a process. And instead of wanting that instant gratification, you have to just enjoy the process. See your growth within the process and take those small victories. You know, I'm one. I'm a person that that does that, that done that, was doing that. And with me doing that, I know that it put me back. It set me back. It might not have set me back a whole lot, but it set me back some, you know, because I was letting that skeptic, you know what I mean, be a skeptic, you know, being unsure, not being completely in that resolve that I know, even if I don't know. Fake it till you make it. It took me to actually sit down and just tell myself, shut up. Stop thinking like that. Because that thinking is the reason why you're in the current situation that you're in. That thinking is the reason why you are where you're at in your life. And if you want to make something change, you have to think different. So I went back into my knowledge bank, started listening to the things that I need to listen to. I started looking for another outlet. I read a book, and just getting a better understanding of just the whole mindset. So yes, I'm doing the business aspect of it, but I can't just do business. I have to do business and I have to do mine. It has to be a well-rounded situation. It's just not one thing that I can actually tap into. And that's just because that's how my mind works. Now, just because this is how I do things does not necessarily mean this is the way that you have to do it. Because we are all unique individuals and we all learn differently and we all are programmed differently as far as how we interpret information. And me, I don't only have to physically do it, I have to see it, I have to speak it, I have to feel it. I'm a very passionate individual, and I know that. And I really get real passionate when it's something that I'm invested in, And it's not about money. It's really not even about time. It's just about the fact that I know I deserve it, and I want it now. And now is right now. So instead of me, worrying about when is it going to happen? Why hasn't it happened yet? I've been doing the same thing for already so many days now. You got folks that be out here for years trying to accomplish their goals, and they never quit. They sleep in cars. They're homeless. Their family done disowned them. Their family done gave up on them. But they still go out here and make it. Regardless of how old they are. Regardless of how many times they're told no. So, if they can do that and have that drive and that determination, then I can too. If, you have a lot of naysayers. You have a lot of negative Nancys. You have all those type of people that are in your life and they're related to you. And you just can't not be around your family. Especially if you are living with them. They're your significant other. That's your husband. Or that's your wife. Or that's even your child. And you done got into a hardship to where you got to live with your son or you got to live with your daughter. And while you living with them, you trying to make this change. Or it could be you the daughter and you living with your mom. Or you the son that's living with your father or your mother. You know what I mean? So they're going to be in your space, and they're going to ask you what you're doing, of course, because they want to know. But even with them asking those questions, you can still tell them. And then when they tell you what they tell you, you have to stay firm, and you got to believe in yourself, even when nobody else believes in you. And that's something that I was dealing with yesterday. But yeah, I snapped out of it, I started saying my affirmations. I started just really and truly just tuning into Jennifer. And I thought about the reason why I'm doing this. And I know I started off this conversation saying that it's not about why or your actual why, but it actually ends up being about your why. And your why is what keeps you moving. So, yes, your why is one of the most important aspects of change. Because if you're not doing it for a purpose, then that purpose or that mission is not going to be fulfilled. And you have to also learn how to know that it's not going to be no instant gratification. It's not going to happen overnight. Even if folks think it happened overnight, because they don't know your struggle, they don't know your past, they don't know your story. Only thing they know is what they see. And sometimes what you see is not always what it is. Because things can be misinterpreted. Your eyes can play tricks on you. But what you got to do, if this is what you want, you got to stay focused. You have to know what your goal is and keep it pushing. Keep on moving. Keep on pushing. You know that song? Yeah. That's my anthem. That's my theme song. That's what I hear in my head. And that's exactly what I'll do. I know I can't sing, but yeah. For real. And this is like, all jokes aside, 100% honesty. And I mean, that's all I can be, is authentic. Because if I'm being fake, I'm only being fake to myself. And that's just something that I'm not. So with all that being said, the why is important. But before you can really and truly get down to the nitty-gritty, you have to also take out those other whys. Why it hasn't happened for me yet? Why is this so hard? Why is this so difficult? Stop questioning that. Stop thinking about that. It was difficult to learn how to ride a bike. It was difficult to learn how to speak, to read a book, to walk. But we was able to do it as infants, as a child. So if you can learn to overcome those obstacles as a baby, why you cannot learn to overcome those obstacles as an adult? Think about it. Stop getting in your own way. And this message is not just for you. This is for me as well. Because I'm going to listen to this again. I'm going to run this back. Anytime I'm feeling down, anytime I'm feeling like I'm not getting where I want to be within a time frame that I set. Because, I'm still not going to be working for nobody come the end of this year. 2020 is my last year to be somebody else's employee. I'm going to be employing people. I'm going to be the boss. That's the end result. That's the goal. And it's going to happen. But with all that being said, like this, share this, comment. Somebody might need to hear this. I'm just getting off of work. I had a long day. And it's just like, this has been weighing on my heart. And it's something that I want to say. And so I'm saying it. So with all that being said, keep hope alive. Don't let nobody take you away from your goal in life. Because the only person that can stop you is you. Thank you. Share this. And have a blessed one.